Local police said I was another thieving Mexican until they saw my FBI badge. The FBI needed someone inside the construction company falsifying federal building inspections and pocketing millions in government contracts. My brown skin and weathered hands made me perfect for the assignment. Property owners assumed I was there to trim hedges when I walked through neighborhoods. The Mexican food truck owner called me Hermano and never asked my name. 6 months of 10-hour shifts had darkened my skin even more and calloused my palms. So when a police officer stopped me, I knew what was coming. When Officer Brennan's patrol car pulled up behind me loading equipment, I knew what was coming. Brennan's flashlight blinded me even with the streetlights right there. He kept changing his mind about where I should stand. Back up, not that far. Don't move. He shoved me against the van and kicked my feet apart until my legs shook. The hot metal burned through my shirt. Everything from my tool bag clattered onto the asphalt while he counted like I was too stupid to know what a hammer was. My mouth went dry trying to explain in broken English. I reached for the receipt, but he knocked my hand down. You're probably illegal anyway. Let me guess. No papers? The Mexican flag keychain caught his eye when my keys hit the ground. He dangled it like evidence and started talking loud and slow with exaggerated hand gestures. He pointed at the tools, then at me, then made a taking motion like I was too stupid for words. His partner's cruiser pulled up and Brennan got louder, performing for an audience. Let me translate. You are thief, comprende? He mentioned his brother worked construction and knew all about equipment theft. My fists clenched behind my back until fingernails cut into palms. When I said I had papers, he laughed and mocked my accent. He found my notebook with load calculations and flipped through it laughing. He held it up to his partner and traced the numbers with his finger like they were gibberish. He turned it upside down, pretending to study it. Then he made me touch my nose and walk heel to toe down the painted line. When I finished, he made me do it again, saying the alphabet backwards. My engineering degree burned in my mind while I performed like a circus monkey. In America, we use feet and inches, not whatever third world system you know. I pulled up the foreman's contact, but he knocked the phone away. He pulled out my wallet and held each bill to the streetlight, squinting at watermarks that weren't there. $638 counted 3 times while his partner watched. He folded the bills into his shirt pocket and patted it twice. Those bills had recorded serial numbers that would nail him in court later. He kicked my van's tire and typed on his phone, showing his partner tow truck prices. This is more than you make in a month, isn't it? My knuckles went white watching surveillance funds disappear. I pulled out my pay stub, but he grabbed it and crushed it into a ball. The photo of my daughters fell out when he emptied my wallet. He picked it up slowly, studying their faces. He held it up to the streetlight and tilted it back and forth. His thumb traced over their school uniforms. His partner shifted uncomfortably and looked down at his shoes. Brennan leaned close enough that I could smell the tobacco on his breath. Pretty girls. When I run your name, I'll find them too. Their school, your wife, whatever hole you're all hiding in. My vision blurred red, but I kept seeing my daughters' faces, their smiles keeping me anchored. He opened the patrol car door and shoved me inside. The partner asked where we were going and Brennan said he knew a quiet spot. The patrol car pulled away from the streetlights as Brennan turned off his dash camera. We drove for 5 minutes toward the industrial district when his radio erupted with chatter. Federal agents were raiding Stronghold Construction and arresting everyone in the office. They had seized computers and arrested the owner for fraud on government contracts. Brennan's brother's name came through the speaker listed as one of the suspects in custody. The FBI dispatcher announced they had an agent who missed his check-in at that location. They traced his GPS tracker to Patrol Unit 47, currently heading westbound. Brennan's phone rang with the federal operations number. He answered cocky but went silent as the FBI supervisor explained the situation. He kept saying, "Yes, sir," and "I understand," while staring at me through the cage. When he hung up, his hands shook as he pulled over and came to open my door. "Your FBI?" I recited my badge number in perfect, unaccented English while his partner backed away from the car. Brennan stood there with his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. He fumbled with the cuffs while apologizing over and over about the misunderstanding. The $638 in his pocket turned out to be evidence with recorded serial numbers. His brother flipped within hours and revealed 3 years of protection payments to keep cops away. Brennan had been taking $50,000 in bribes to harass workers who asked questions. He faced federal charges for theft of government property, civil rights violations, and obstruction of justice. At his sentencing 6 months later, I testified in my real voice about that night. The judge gave him 5 years in federal prison and banned him from law enforcement. He'd asked who would report me missing if I disappeared. The FBI noticed the moment I missed my 10 o'clock check-in.